What's up, everybody? Welcome to the Stocks channel. My name is Cory, and today in the stock market we close at brand new all-time highs across the board on the indices. What should you expect going into next week? First up, let's take a look at the S&P 500 SPY ETF. So let's crack open this chart and see what's going on in the stock market today. Alright, so we did see a brand new all-time high on the SPY ETF today, and we did close just barely under my price target at 393. We went up 0.49%. And we have another price action close well above that 5 EMA, and we still have this very strong bull trend which continues to pick up momentum as we grind higher. So remember in last night's video I said that the VIX was telling us that this market was going to be bullish, and that's exactly what we saw across the board in the market today. There's still a lot of short sellers in this market that are going to get squeezed, therefore I'm going to raise my price target on the SPY ETF, and I think we're going to have no trouble blasting through 393 next week. So the next price target I want you to watch on the SPY ETF is going to be up here at $404. Remember, we still have to break and close over 393 for a couple of days to confirm that we're heading to 404, but based on what I saw this week, I'm going to go ahead and raise my price target today. Now don't forget, that doesn't mean we can't see any selling, and I still want you to be defensive and disciplined as we head higher, and I still want you to watch these important support levels. So right now, the number one support levels I want you to pay attention to are going to be 384 and 381. If we do break below 381, we're likely going to close the gap at 377. However, remember, I don't think we're going to close that gap until we start seeing a correction, and we're not quite ready for a correction just yet. We'll likely need to start talking about another correction once we get closer to 404, but remember, that doesn't mean that we can't still see a little bit of selling. Most selling right now is being contained above this 5 EMA, and we're finding support very quickly. There is still a possibility that we do dip down to the 13 EMA, which is now going to be somewhere around 386 to 387. So just like we've been talking about for many weeks now, you don't want to try to call the top on a bull market, and get ready to continue to see brand new all-time highs. All-time highs are not a reason to get bearish, and they're not a reason to get worried. Just get defensive the higher we go and get ready to buy when we finally do see some selling. A secular bull market looks just like this, and it's here to stay. We're going to continue to see strong earnings reports, which is going to continue to send this market higher and higher. One of the other reasons the market's going higher is because we still have a lot of bears trying to short the market, and eventually they do cover, which is called a short squeeze, and they actually become buyers of the market at higher prices, only driving the market higher and higher and higher. It's like adding fuel to the fire, and it's only causing this market to become more and more bullish the more people try to short. So the price action and trend our SPY are looking really good, and I do expect to see us continue to trend higher. On the Nasdaq 100 triple Qs, we also got very close to my price target at 338, and we did close 0.56% higher, well above that 5 EMA. You can also see we have a very strong bull trend in the Nasdaq 100. The next price target I want you to pay attention to if we do break over 338 is going to be up here at 342. So there's still plenty of upside left in the S&P 500 as well as the triple Qs, as long as we continue to see this bullish price action and trending, and we still do have a very strong bull trend. Support levels I want you to watch are going to be down here at 330, 326, and then of course the gap close at 323. However, just like I said on the S&P 500, I don't expect to see that gap close until we see a deeper correction, and we're not quite there just yet. That will be something we need to talk about in the future, but as long as this market is bullish and trending higher, we're not likely going to see a sell-off that's going to bring us down to close that gap. On the Dow Jones, we went up 0.11%, and that's another price action close above the 5 EMA, and you can see on closing prices that is also a new all-time high. We're still trading above the price target, above 312, which is only furthering the fact that that level is now going to be support, and we're going to continue to head higher. The new price target on the Dow Jones is up here at 327, and you can see that we do have a very strong bull trend developing on the Dow. So all three indices have very healthy and bullish price action and very healthy and bullish trending. You don't want to try to short a market that is this bullish, and you really don't want to be in cash missing out on this run, because we can still go much higher in this market. On the ARKK ETF, we did break and close over my price target at 155, which means I have to give you a new price target, which is now up here at 160. You can see with the ARKK ETF that we're still closing over the 5 EMA with a strong bull trend. Support levels on ARK are going to be 147, 142, and down here at the 50 EMA around 135. Next up is the VIX, which is our fear indicator, and if you watched last night's video, I did say that the VIX was flashing bullish because we did close below that support level. A couple of days ago, the VIX was very volatile, and it did look like we could have got a bounce on the VIX, which would have meant we saw more selling. However, with yesterday's close, we saw the VIX close below support, and then we did see follow through today with the VIX going down -6%. You could see that the VIX is at another support level. If we go back to December, the VIX support level was 20. So just like I said last night, applies to today as well. If the VIX can crack and close below 20, that will mean this market is even more bullish than I said before. There's still a lot of big money buyers who are waiting to get into this market until the volatility is gone. So a VIX close below 20 is going to bring in a lot of fresh buying, and that's going to trigger a lot of short squeezes, and that's where we're really going to see this market start melting up, and we're really going to start running in this bull run and going much higher. So don't get bearish on this market because the VIX is telling you that this market wants to go higher, and you don't want to try to short a market that is going into a secular bull trend. On the US dollar, we continue to see bearish price action, and we're still developing a stronger bear trend. It does look like the dollar is going to continue to another leg lower down at $89. Remember, a weak dollar typically means that we're going to see a strong stock market. On gold, we're still hanging around support around 1826, and it does look like we could head down for another leg lower. There is a support level on gold at 1776 if we do continue downward. Otherwise, you want to look above at the price target, which is 1861. On silver, we had a much more bullish day than we did on gold, and we still have this really nice bull trend, and we're back to closing over top of that 5 EMA. The price target on silver is $27.56, and a break and close over that should head us up to $29. On Bitcoin, we still see bullish price action in this very strong bull trend, and it looks like Bitcoin is well on its way to my price target at $54,700. There's nothing on this chart that says Bitcoin has to cool off or correct, so I expect to see Bitcoin continue to run till it gets to that price target. On Amazon stock, we went up 0.48% today, and we closed right on top of that positive sloping 20 simple moving average. You can see these moving averages are going to start bunching up around this $3,300 level, and that means Amazon could have a big move coming very soon. So Amazon is looking good today, and it did find support and bounce off of its 50 EMA. The price targets I want you to watch on Amazon are $33.20 and $34.40. On Apple stock, we went up 0.18% today, but we're still closing below the 20 simple moving average. However, just like Amazon, you could see all of the moving averages are building up and they're right on top of the same point, which is a strong confluence area of support. It's very possible Apple is also getting ready for a big move, and it's likely going to be to the upside because we still have a positive sloping 20 simple moving average and 50 EMA. Remember, if the trend is bullish, we want to bias the price action direction to the upside when we're sitting on support. So look for Apple to blast through 136 and start heading back up to 141. On the financial sector, we're still getting bullish price action over the 5 EMA, and we still have a very strong bull trend. The industrial sector is also looking bullish, with bullish price action over the 5 EMA and a strengthening bull trend. On the healthcare sector, we went up 0.75%, and we're now closing back above all of the moving averages, and you could see that we're going back into a bull trend. So all of the sectors are looking very bullish, which means the S&P 500 is likely going to go to brand new all-time highs. So as you can see, all of the sectors are currently looking bullish. The dollar is still weakening, and we see the VIX continuing to head lower. In a low fear environment with bullish sectors, the S&P 500 is just going to continue to head higher. Look for the S&P 500 to blast through 393 next week and start heading up to my next price target at $404. Remember, this isn't a market that you want to be trying to short or calling a top in, and just let the trend be your friend. Right now, we have a very healthy bull market, and there's really no signs of weakness anymore. Ever since we saw that little bit of selling, everything has repaired itself, and we're starting to see big money come back into this market. But don't forget, there's still possibilities that we see selling, but watch to see if we hold up over these critical support levels that I gave you. So if you're looking for a disciplined and profitable trading community, come check out the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. So next up, let's take a look at the Stocks Channel Hot Stocks. Welcome to Hot Stocks, where we don't sell on support and we don't buy on resistance. So first up, on Tesla stock, we did go up 0.55%, And I want you to remember what I said last night. As long as we're holding up above this support level around $805, I don't want you getting out of this stock. Tesla is under a short attack, and if the shorts fail to drive the stock below this support level, they will get squeezed and Tesla should head much higher. So I still have my upside price targets on Tesla at $859, and a break and close over $859 should bring us back up to $906. Remember, those price targets are applicable as long as Tesla continues to close over this support level around $805. Now, 805 isn't an exact science, and it's really somewhere between 800 and 810, so watch that level very carefully. If Tesla does close well below this support level, it does mean it's likely coming back to the 50 EMA around 750, and the short sellers would have won. However, Tesla has a great history with short sellers, and that's why I always tell you, do not try to short this stock. You're better off just giving me your money so that I can light it on fire. So it's very possible a lot of you saw this intraday price action and got shaken out of Tesla, and that's exactly what the short sellers want to try to do. They want to try to scare you out of this stock, and they want you to sell. That's the opposite of what you should be doing, because you need to wait to see where Tesla closes. You could take a bigger hit if you wait and sell after it closes below the support level, but just as equally, if you're selling below the support or on the support level, you're going to miss out on the giant bounce if the support level does hold up. So as you can see, we did close well above that support at 816, but intraday at one point we were trading as low as 786. So it's going to be a very volatile and wild ride. It always is in Tesla stock, but as long as we hold up above this level, remain bullish. Next up is NIO stock, and we did see NIO going down negative 0.7% today, but we're still holding up above support and we still have a bull trend. We're back within this consolidation wedge, so NIO is now going to need to try to break back out above 61 to retest 65. Remember that I do have NIO finishing out a fifth wave, so you don't want to get overly bullish on NIO stock. The higher it goes, the more likely it's near a very critical top. However, as long as the chart is bullish and we're trading over 55, I'm going to remain bullish on NIO. If NIO starts closing below 55, it's likely time to sell this stock and move on because it's likely going much slower. Next up is Pltr stock, and today was the last day to buy Pltr or sell it before it has earnings on Tuesday morning. So right now this stock is in the hands of how well it does on earnings, but you can see that it did hold up above that $31 support level. So right now, Pltr is definitely in a consolidation wedge, forming lower highs, and it's holding up above support at 31. If the support level does break down, there's going to be more support at $29 and the 50 EMA down at $28. So watch to see what happens Tuesday morning, because the stock is either going to break down or it's going to start running very quickly. Upside price targets on Pltr are going to be $36 and $44. Next up is Snow, and we did see Snow going up only about 0.25% today, but we're still holding up above support. We did have some intraday selling where we found support right on top of that 20 simple moving average, and Snow stock does look like it's getting ready to start running towards this price target at 350. Remember, if you followed me on Zoom stock, this is just one of those consolidation periods before it gets ready for its next run. Snow did a monster move from 266 all the way up to 325, and it's still just cooling down and building up more bullish momentum for its next run to 350. So use this as an opportunity to either trade Snow while it's stuck in a consolidation or to accumulate a long position getting ready for the next run to 350. It would take Snow closing below 291 and start heading back down to 266 to get bearish on this stock. Right now, you can see all of the moving averages are stacked to the bull side, and the price action is still holding up over top of this 50 EMA. So overall, this stock is still very bullish, and it is still just in a consolidation before it starts running. Next up is Facebook, and we did cover it last night, so we'll go ahead and cover it again today. And we did see Facebook pretty flat today, only going up 0.04%. However, intraday, we did find support over top of the 20 simple moving average, and now on Facebook stock, you can see we have a very positive sloping 20 simple moving average, and all of these moving averages are starting to stack to the bull side, and Facebook is looking primed and ready to run. So the price targets I want you to watch on Facebook are at 277, 282, and then up here at 287. Once this stock starts moving, it could have a lot of power behind it, and as you can tell from the Bollinger Bands, we should have no trouble getting up into the 280s. Just a reminder that Facebook is not a new hot stock, it was just a special request on last night's episode, and I went ahead and just included it on tonight's episode as well. So consider this a bonus hot stock. So remember, if you want more hot stocks daily on the ground level, come check us out at the Stocks Channel Discord. You can find out how to join by clicking on the link in the description of this video. Happy Friday, everybody. I hope you have a great weekend, and I hope you're crushing this market and making a ton of money. And as always, I will see you in the next episode.